Greetings, everybody. All right. So this is a live stream, and I decided to do this stream that I had previously thought I would just do a recorded video of, but I figured, hey, why not make it a little more exciting and do it with a live audience? So that is what we are going to do here. What's up, Elias? Reaper cards in the house. Alright, so I'm gonna do a lot of Luka related content. We're gonna do a little bit of a show off of my kind of small but well loved collection of Luka rookie cards that I've been working on for the last few months. And then I am going to open up some unopened 2018 products in search of Luka's, which we may or may not get. So yeah, if you're into Luka Doncic, you're gonna like this. If not, maybe you won't, unless you like some other 2018 players. All right, what's up now, Mr. Moon? And Reaper Cards, his list. He admits the last few streams. Yeah, well, the last stream that I did was a few days ago. That was on Monday. So that was like the beginning of the week. Now it's the end of the week. And that was the basketball card break, which we pulled a pretty sick Luka out of. And that went to Elias, I believe. So congrats to him on that. Hopefully he's got his cards, or they're getting there soon. I know I shipped them out on Tuesday, so they should arrive very soon if they haven't already. All right. Well, with that, I'd like to get to the content here since we're on a mission. And the first thing that I want to do is show off my Luka collection. And so this is mostly Prism. Actually, you know what? First, I want to do something. First, I want to do my ungraded Luka cards. What's up, ABC Jelly? This is just a current year absolute memorabilia card of Luka, not numbered. I pulled that from like the one box of absolute memorabilia that I did this year. And I got a couple of base Luka Hoops second year cards from this year. They're looking pretty decent centering wise, so they'd probably be gradable. I don't know if they're worth grading. But hang on to those. This is something also that I pulled from like the very few products of Mosaic that I opened. I think I did some like hanger boxes back in the day. And I got this guy. This is a second year Prism that I pulled out of something, I don't know what. It's pretty off center though. So this is a 2018 absolute memorabilia card, level 3. Single color memorabilia patch, numbered to 75. I never really looked the price up of this. So I don't really know what it's worth, but it's probably got some decent value. I think there are 3 levels of cards in absolute memorabilia. And 1, 2, 3 are the levels, and 3 is like the most rare. So I had listed that at one time tried to sell that for $40. It's worth much more now. This is a pink cracked ice version of this card, which is his second year Prism. Pretty nice, kind of off-centered. Pretty sure I pulled that out of a mega box that I opened on this channel a long time ago. And this is a Hoops subset. Get out of the way. Nothing special there, but those are my ungraded Lukas. Alright. Okay. Just scratch my ear there for a minute. So, camera's out of focus. Uh-oh. Is it? Let me just see here. So that's the zoom. You know, it's supposed to be autofocus, but is it gonna? Yeah, so like, that's in focus now. I actually don't know if it's autofocus, but it kind of, like, the lighting looks pretty weak sauce to me. Like, that looks in focus. I think that this is out of focus because it's, like, much higher. And it doesn't want to, like, grab the focus. It's still focusing on my hand here. Or, like, something, like, down here. Overexposed. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this camera. I think it's just kind of a crappy camera, and I wish I would have gotten something different back when I set this all up. But we might have to get through what we can, guys. I will say the quality that came out of my phone is way better. But anyways, let's power through. We'll deal with those technicalities later. So I got a couple of just. So the theme of my Luka collection is PSA 9s. Maybe I'll just kind of move that to the side here so we can get a little better focus. Yeah, I also think, like, I don't know, it seems like kind of cloudy, this camera. Alright, anyways, these are PSA 9, just base Prism rookie cards of Luka. And I was really hoping I could pick up a bunch more, but they kind of went up in value too quickly for me to do that. I bought both of these for like I could think I bought one for $3.95 and one for like $400 or $405. And then I bought like 5 more from a guy, and those were like $400 a piece. And dude never shipped them, so freaking stiffed me. So those are the base PSA 9s. All right, here's a silver Prism PSA 9. And, you know, these cards tend to be the, real hot rookie that you want of a particular player, even though they're not, like, super rare, but they're just very high demand, so they end up being very valuable. I think I paid, like, I don't know, $1,800, $1,900 for this thing. You know, Gem Mint 10, these go for, I think, like 5,000 or 6,000. So, yeah, so that's kind of a cool one, just kind of a basic one you gotta have in the collection. Now we'll start on the colored variations. So this is a pink ice. It's, I forget, I don't know what exact product it's in, but it's some kind of retail product. And, they're not like super rare, but they look pretty, I think. And I've just been trying to get as much variety as I can in terms of color. Okay, so this I have a note on. I actually showed this one in a video before, but I've got 2 of these green prisms that are retail exclusives as well. These tend to not get a whole lot of like hobby love, and so they're relatively cheap compared to like everything else. This one I have a note that I got from Probstein, and I was gonna have it reholdered. I have the thing on the card there, but oh yeah, there's like a little scuff mark there that I'm pretty sure is on the inner side of this thing. So I don't know what if it's a scuff mark or like a piece of something in there, but I was gonna send that in for reholdering and hope that it goes away. Alright, this is kind of a fun one. This is a fast break. And actually one thing I want to do is I'm zoomed all the way. Look at that. Okay, I want to. Okay. All right, so this is a see how it focuses. Yeah. Fast Break is a product that I actually have a lot of unopened from this year, but that kind of of stays locked up and safe from my, opening hands. What's up, Tim Bartlett? So yeah, this is just the base fast break refractor, and there's like all sorts of colors of this thing. Some of which are pretty low numbered. But I don't know, it's a fun one to look at for sure. Reaper Card says, any thoughts of breaking the case and regrading? I have thought about that too, yeah. I kind of wonder, I don't know if that thing is just a piece of whatever that can be like wiped off, and the dude who had that graded, like neglected to do that, and that's the only reason I got 9, then it could certainly grade up. But I don't know, I've never opened a case before, and I'm a little nervous to do it. So, yeah, we'll have to see how brave I'm feeling when the time comes. So this is a red ice. I'm not exactly sure what all products these come in, but these seem to be somewhat common. They're not numbered. None of the colored cards I have are numbered. Colored, numbered cards of Luka are like insanely expensive. And I've actually tried to get a couple of them, or I don't know, 3 of them, but I've lost every time. So, in my sorrow, I decided to pick up 3 of these, all PSA 9s. So these are fun. I really love red. Just any color red card, any parallel. And speaking of red, here's another one that's not a numbered red. There are quite a few numbered red parallels, like red fast break, red prism, maybe others. This is Ruby Wave, it's called. I think this is also really attractive card. Actually, I think all these colored cards are pretty freaking beautiful. Alright. Next up is one that's, so this is not numbered, but I feel like these are pretty rare. I've not really seen many of them. This is the only 9 I've seen like in forever now. I haven't looked in the last probably month or so, but when I was looking for these, like, I never saw these 9s come up. There are some 10s out there, but this is a choice prism, so it's exclusive to the choice configurations, which I think were like, I think choice is like when they give you like, 10 cards in a box, and like there's a high number of them that are some kind of prism, and then that product has exclusive prisms like this yellow, green, and blue. So pretty cool. It's got like the scope prism kind of design on there too. So I don't know, pretty cool looking. The colors are kind of weird, because yellow just doesn't really go with the Mavericks. But I thought I'd pick that one up, so that's a cool one. I think this might be one of the more expensive ones I've got. Tim Bartlett said, what are the PSA 9s going for right now? And the PSA 9, like base rookies, I think are up to like $5.50 a piece. The last time I looked was probably like a week ago. And the last one I got actually didn't cost me that much. I think I paid like $800 for this. But I see very few of these come up. This is a Hyper Prism, and I am not sure what product this came in. But it might be, I don't know what, yeah, I don't know if it's a hobby or retail or what. But these are really cool looking cards. They just kind of have a neat little pattern on them. And this card, kind of like the Shockwave Prisms, like, is notorious for having these print lines, and you can see it here. There's a line there, and there's a line there, where, there you can kind of see right there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the vertical, show you the vertical, there it is. You see there's kind of a cross that forms, like, between his legs. That's a sign from God. But those lines tend to mean that you just cannot get a 10 on this card, even if it's otherwise flawless. So for me, I feel like that's just stupid to discount a grade on that. But they do. But other than that, this card is like flawless, and it's a beautiful card. It's very rare, and I think Kenny says, have I opened any 2021 Contenders basketball? I presume you mean the draft because the NBA is not out yet, but yes, I have opened one hobby box of Contenders draft from this most recent product, and that video is online somewhere. So go check that out if you want to see it. So these cards are, so this is my, I think, one PSA 10 Prism Rookie of Luka, and I got this for, I think, like $400 quite a while ago, back before his, like, freaking blast off in August. Yeah, it's worth a lot more now. It's probably worth, I don't know, $1,300-$1,400. So I love that one. This is a card I got fairly recently, like in the past few weeks. It's an Obsidian preview from 2018 Panini Chronicles, which we'll be opening some of today. So I think we might be able to get this card. I don't think it's a hobby exclusive, but it might be. Anyways, these are really cool because they're silver, prism finish, and it's a pretty thick card that's glossy. It's got that nice preview. So these are pretty cool. These are gonna get more popular. What's up, Marcus Wilson? How y'all doing? This is something I just picked up recently as well, and I don't have a lot of optics, but I do have a couple, which I'll show you right now. I think this card looks sexy as hell, and I don't have anything blue in the Prism card, and everything blue in Prism is like super expensive. People really like to get the blue stuff because it matches the jersey and it really looks, fantastic. So I picked one of these up, and yeah, I really like it. I don't know if I'm gonna go ham on picking up PSA 9 optic rookies, but I've thought about it. And then this card you've seen a few times before. This is a card that I pulled myself. I had, sitting around in my player collection box for, a couple years probably. And finally sent it in a while ago, maybe 8-9 months ago. And this was in the last PSA reveal that I did on this show. So this is pretty cool. At one point this was like a $900 card. I think it's now worth $700, maybe $800. I don't know. It's worth less. I know that. So there you go. There's my collection of graded Luka rookie cards. Now I want to open up some stuff. So I got a few things out here. So here's what we got. Panini Threads Hobby Box. I like to keep the price stickers I had on these to remind me of how cheap these things used to be. That was what I was trying to sell it for. I bought it probably for like $60. Anyways, these have 2 autographs, 2 rookies, and 5 inserts in them. They're pretty cool looking cards. I've only opened one of these before, but I have a bunch of them. This is 19 Hoops blaster, and I opened one of these on my basketball card break, which is the last stream I did. And then this is 2018-19 Revolution, Chinese New Year edition. And there is 12 packs and 1 Chinese New Year parallel in each pack. In the Chinese New Year, Luka is worth a fair bit, especially if it grades well. And then I've opened these a couple times already, but I have more. But these are 2018 Chronicles hanger packs that unfortunately have gotten a little beaten around, but I got a decent deal on these. I think I paid $59 a piece for them. So Looks like we got 23 folks on. I've been wanting to do another Luka Mania video for a while, but just haven't found the time to gather everything up and get her done, so. Alright, that'd be sweet if we could get just a base Luka rookie in here, because I don't presently have one at all. And I'm not sure if I have one out for grading. I guess then I would have one, but I mean I don't have one that's presently in my possession. Ryan Anderson, Terry Rozier, Cal Kuzma, the Pulse, Bam Adebayo, Shabazz Napier, and Domantas Sabonis. So there's been a fair bit of stuff going on in the NBA, the draft. This one feels kind of thick. It either has a spacer or memorabilia card. I remember the last memorabilia card we got out of Hoops out of this exact product was a nice Luka patch worth a couple $100 at least. Reaper Card says, what's the first NBA product where the new picks are in their NBA uniform? Yeah, that's a good question. So I think usually it's Hoops. But you know, the draft I think was later than it normally is this year. So it's an interesting question what the timing of everything's going to be. Oh, well, we got a nice blue parallel rookie, Jerome Robinson. Nobody special, but I'll always take a parallel rookie. Vince Carter. So I think these boxes go for like $150 now. Oops. Blasters. George Hill, Calari, Bobby Portis, Klay Thompson. Oh man, Klay Thompson. So he was coming back after being out, I think, for a good chunk of last year, and or maybe he wasn't out, but Steph Curry was. I don't know, but the point is, everybody was looking forward to him and Steph Curry playing a full season this coming year, and then he injured himself off court and ruptured his Achilles tendon. And that's not the injury you want if you're a basketball player. So he's gonna be out for the whole year. That's a real bummer. People are feeling pretty suicidal with that. Speaking of Steph Curry, he's on these packs right there. Bruce Lee, would I say the Zion hype has gone down? Well, certainly it has from, the beginning of the season that he was supposed to play his rookie year, and boy, that Knicks feels like it's really out of focus. So it's definitely gone down from that, and then there was another big rush of Zion excitement when he, had his finally, after being injured for the beginning of the season. If I remember his first game, he hit I don't know, was it 4 or 5 threes? And I don't know if the guy's ever shot a 3 in his life, but that's not what people are looking for. So people are like, oh, there's a nice DeAndre Ayton. His stuff is getting pretty hot. That's a nice base. There's our second blue parallel. But yeah, so Zion, there was another boost, when he had his first game, and he had a few decent games, for the rest of the year. Kind of finished off pretty cold, though. And the Pelicans did not make it into the bubble, so his stuff cooled down, and I think it's been pretty cool since then. But, if he starts out hot, I think his stuff's going to go bonkers. I think there's enough pent-up kind of excitement about him, and, he's got enough upside that people are going to be, I think there's certain players where if they do good, for a few games or longer, they're just going to be a really accelerated did rush to get their cards, and he is certainly one of them. Anybody who's, kind of had hype coming into the league. Alright, Paul the God, what is up, buddy? Dan Kenny says I need to show some durability, and his value will follow. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think so. But, it's not just durability, because, I don't know, I think a lot of people were kind of down about how he played towards the end of the year, saying he wasn't really putting much, effort in. Nice Jimmy Butler, blue. Tyler Johnson. So we're getting skunked so far. I think I've heard that, Zion has dropped a bunch of weight this offseason. Which people get excited about, because a lot of people think he's, too heavy to be, as impact of a player as he has the possibility of being. Alright, so we get a Jaylen Brown. He had a really nice playoff rookie remembrance. I wish I would have had that when the playoffs were going, because he was freaking lighting it up. So this looks like a parallel of the Pulse set. CJ McCollum also had a good playoff run. Okay, last 2 packs. So yeah, I guess I didn't look at the box, but I would imagine we probably get 1 hit per box. Yeah, 1 autograph or memorabilia card. So we got the the memorabilia, which is usually what happens. Oh, nice. Trae Young. It's funny. Trae Young seems to be the guy I'm pulling out of every 2018 product that Devontae Graham, not bad, that I open these days. When I was opening 2018 stuff, in 2018, I would always get a Luka in every box, it seems. Now when I open 2018 stuff, it's the Trae Young, which is fine, because, he's really good, and I don't have a lot of his stuff. So I'm happy to get a rookie of his. Alright, we got 1 pack to go. What's up, Sam's Sports Shop? Alright, another CJ McCollum. Oh, there's a nice card. Yeah, very nice. Jaren Jackson. Looks a little off-center to me, but it's really hard to tell on these cards. Because there's supposed to be a thick white right side border, but just how thick is the question. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I would consider Jaren Jackson and Trae Young maybe the 2nd and 3rd best rookies in this product after Luka. So that's a purple, not numbered. So, dang, we got skunked on Luka. Alright, not much of a start to our Luka Mania opening. Besides Luka, which players are you most focused on collecting? Yeah, in basketball, I don't know. I don't really collect anybody. In basketball, I don't try to amass anybody. I mean, I am, in addition to Luka, I am trying to kind of, save and kind of trying to acquire Ja Morant cards, because I think he's a really solid player. I think the Grizzlies are, they have so much talent right now. I think they are, they're really stacked on talent. If it can kind of start to work together, or they can get a piece or two that's key, that's missing, I think they could, do pretty well. But other than those guys, yeah, I don't know. I'm really not collecting a bunch. I really just kind of collect Yankees in baseball. Alright, we're gonna do this thread. I think this is like a $500, $600 box. mistaken. And the odds of us getting $500 or $100 or $600, I like how I say us. But you know, we're all on the same team here. The odds of getting $500 or $600 of cards out of here is very low. But you know, you could get a $2,000 card, right? So yeah, what I remember about this stuff is that I think every card in here is numbered. So just remind myself we're getting 2 autos, 2 rookies, 5 inserts, and there's no memorabilia cards. So that's a plus for sure. Do I think DJ stays in New York? Everything I've read suggests it's interesting. I haven't read anything in maybe 2 days, and what I was reading before I stopped about DJ LeMahieu was that, you know, he really he said like multiple times he wants to stay in New York, he really wants to play there, blah blah blah. But yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of interest in him elsewhere, and I just don't know. I have no idea what the Yankees are thinking. I do think they're gonna try pretty hard to make a play on him. How could you not? He's just done so well for them. Oh, Zephyr, I got something for you, buddy. I got something for you. Look what I got at the store today. Just for you, because you've been saying it a few times. I'm gonna take a drink though. Oh, this is getting dry. Man, I had this full like glass of water next to me, and I was setting up for the show, and I frickin' knocked it over. And luckily, it just spilled right on the floor. Not any of my cards, but God, it was annoying. So there you go. D'Angelo Russell, number 2, 199. These cards are super shiny. Tim Hardaway Jr., blue, number 75. Then it looks like we'll have a few base. Tristan Thompson base, number 199. So I think the base cards are all numbered to 199. Bradley Beal, number to 199, and our favorite, Lauri Markkanen. Now we got a Jazz coming up, number 275. Joe Ingles. So we're getting rocked. Okay, first auto. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, for God's sakes, Mark Eaton. I'm gonna flip this over without showing you the next card just yet. So there you go. All you old school Jazz fans, let me know if you want this card. Okay, pretty good auto here. Yeah, this is real nice. So number to 99. Looks pretty sharp. The bottom 2 corners are a little bit soft. This would be a 9, I think, at most. But everything else looks nice. And, yeah. DeAndre Ayton is definitely one of the top, like, 5 rookies in this product. A lot of people are excited. Oh, somebody asked me about the Suns, I think. Let me scroll up on those. What's your thought on the Suns this coming year? I'm currently investing into Cameron Johnson. He's one of their rookie cards. Yeah. So Cameron Johnson, I know there's definitely some excitement around him for the coming year, and there's a boatload of excitement about Devin Booker. So, you know, and they did quite well this past year. So, I don't know what I tell you. I mean, I think they got a really good shot at doing well. Cameron Johnson, yeah, I feel like I got quite a few of his rookies. I might be just hallucinating, but I'd like to see him do well. Anybody who does well in the 2018 rookie class is going to make me happy, because I have a ton of 2018 stuff. Now, what is this little thing right there? What is that? It's like, I don't know, some kind of print defect, I think. Well, that's too bad, because this is number 2, 199. Oh, it's just a base. But Miles Bridges, yeah, not so great. Alright, Jerome Robinson, base. John Wall base. Floor Generals, subset. 85. Okay, the blue. Board of Directors. Blake Griffin. Russell Westbrook, base, and Damian Lillard. So, we are having an awful, just an awful Luka Mania 2, guys. Reaper Card says, I think you have a red or orange prism. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Say more. Let's see. Bruce Lee says he's addicted to rips. Thanks, bud. I was addicted to them too, and I just would eat them all the time. Like when I was down in my sports card office, I'll call it. And yeah, then I ran out, and then I got another like variety pack of them where you get like 14 packs. And honestly, I haven't been eating them all that much since then. So I don't know. I think maybe I'll get over it. There's hope. Where do I think Giannis will go? Oh, that's a good question. No freaking idea on that. I'm sure people have like a sense, but I know some people saying that like the Mavs might make a play at him. Although I worry about that because like, can you have like that caliber of superstar on that team and still have Luka, be as exciting to the hobby as he is? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, Clark Collector 27 is just checking in. Alright, thanks, man. Good to see you. Have a great night. Tim Bartlett, thanks for the Luka wishes. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. Cameron Johnson is saying I've read it. Yeah, I recall getting a decent Cameron Johnson card, so that may very well be it. If so, you have a really good memory, because I barely remember. I'm gonna have to go look through my son's cards. So we're doing our Revolution. So again, this product is kind of interesting. It's got to be like the cheapest full box of 2018 stuff you can get. Like you can get these for, I don't know, $350 I think right now, like off Blowout. So I'm sure you can find them on eBay. They'll be selling for less. Now I got a case of these things at about $300 a box. So if we get a Luka out of here, then this is like my new favorite product of all time. June Brown. So you got to look at the back for the like variation. So that's a variation. Mikal Bridges. That's a Chinese New Year. So this is the Chinese New Year parallel for this pack, and you get one per pack. I mean, all these cards kind of look like parallels. They're so fucking shiny. Revolution is definitely a set that has not gotten a lot of love, but I know a lot of people on like the Blowout forums think that it could definitely like suddenly get a lot more hobby love. So you've been warned. May want to pick some up. Hey, what's up, Brian? Seal Knot. Good to see you. Oh, Logan Silk, what's up, buddy? Logan, you got like the middle, I think. Well, we're probably about 2/3 the way through. I already showed off my collection of Luka rookies. And now we're searching for Luka cards in a bunch of 2018 products that I'm opening up and losing a ton of money on. What else are you gonna do? Go outside and get COVID-19. Is Dwight Howard in Philly now? Interesting. I hadn't heard about that. Kind of thought that guy was gonna retire, but maybe he's probably gonna play until like he drops dead, which I can appreciate. That's probably what I would There's our New Year parallel. Dorian Prince, McConnelly, Zach. You know, we're not getting a ton of rookies, and that upsets me. Like, we're 3 packs into this bad boy, and we've gotten 1, 2 rookies. That's it. That's not as many rookies as we should be getting, guys. According to ASMR Sports law of rookies per pack. Maybe that's why this product is not so popular. I will say, though, that the condition of these cards is fantastic. Everything looks really sharp, but, you know, these are coming from a sealed case, so they certainly should be sharp. Mitchell Robinson, rookie. That's a Chinese New Year, I think. Nope, this is the Chinese New Year. Jerome Robinson. All right, well, at least we got 2 rookies in this pack. Nice Jason Tatum. So, in the hobby version of this, which is, you know, the regular U.S. version of this product, there's quite a few different parallels other than New Year. There's like Astro and Groove, and I forget what the super rare one is, but you can get all those different parallels. In this, I think New Year is like the most common. There's really only 1 or 2 others that you can get. So that's why this stuff is so cheap compared to hobby. But even hobby is not that expensive in this revolution. There's our New Year. I am disappointed with, you know, a few rookies we're getting, although, you know, did pick up in that last pack. Football hobby retails $1,500 or something. No Dutch auction. Yeah, freaking such a joke. I don't know. Speaking of football, I got a couple of products either in right now or on the way. One is 2020 XR football. I've got 2 boxes of those, and I got 2 boxes of a Phoenix on the way. So I think that I might try to do a break with some or all of those. So if you're a football fan and you want to do a break on ASMR Sports, stay tuned. You may have your opportunity. Dylan Brooks. Oh, baby, you know what that is, kids. You know what that is. I wish we had like some music I could cue up, you know. That's a Chinese New Year right there. That's a Chinese New Year. Luka Doncic, and we are in a visit. Although I'm looking at this damn left corner on the bottom, and it's a little bit dicey. I don't know, maybe I could massage that into shape, but everything else looks pretty nice on this. That is sexy. Whew, that's nice. Yeah. Definitely would get a 9, though. So, that is exciting, kids. I mean, that's kind of the best card you can hope for. Or reasonably hope for. You know, you could get an auto, I think, maybe out of here, too. But, that's nice. That's tasty. So, we did it. We finally got Luka. Praise be. Oh, man. Thank you, Tim. That is, I mean, that's some good luck there, right? Because, frankly, I would have been, like, super happy about just a base Luka rookie. But to get the 1 freaking parallel in this product as a Luka, ooh, that's nice. That's Chimizi Metu nice. I can see what you see about, I don't know why it's so blurry on the freaking screen. My hands don't look blurry, but the cards, like the letters on the card, look blurry. Stupid freaking. I'm gonna have to get a new camera, guys. That's it. I'm getting a new camera. I'm looking for Black Friday specials on cameras. Alright, so we've definitely achieved Lukamania-ness. You know, I saved the Chronicles for last because you're definitely gonna pull some Lukas out of there if you open enough of them. Now they might be beat to hell, but you're still gonna pull them. But you know, I'm glad we did not have to come to that. Don't worry, we're still gonna open those. All right, Reaper card says about $800 at a PSA 10, 309. All right, very cool. Last sale 700 raw. Wait a minute, those seem like contradictory numbers. Robert Williams third. I heard he's gonna get some playing time in Boston. I can't remember why, but so there's a New Year rookie, Elia Kobo. Super duper. Markel Fultz, Anthony Davis, James Harden. That's the New Year. Oh. Well, that is super cool. I'm glad. Glad I opened this stuff because you know that was a card that I did not have, and that I would certainly enjoy adding to my collection. So that's fantastic stuff. Ooh, nice. How's this bottom left corner? That's minty fresh, guys. Minty fresh right there. Ooh, that's beauty. This is a pretty nice box, am I right? Yeah, this is going straight into the grade pile. Beautiful. Should have done that with the cloth, but I'm living on the edge, guys. Beautiful Trae Young rookie. Just a base, but very well my gem. Dennis Smith Jr. and Chinese New Year. Michael Kidd, Gilchrist, and Derrick Rose. So, alright, there you go. Definitely got our money's worth out of that box. Super duper. That was awesome. I'll have to put the rest of those boxes up on my site on Hot Cardboard. I haven't listed them yet, just because I only got them like a week ago. And I'm slow. So now we're gonna see what we get out of here. All right, let's do it. Then I want to do a weird thing when I get done with these. Alright, Owen Keith, good to see you. Logan Silk says, definitely do some recorded videos. Yeah, I appreciate that actually, because, you know, I kind of wonder what people sort of prefer as between the recorded stuff and the live videos. You know, there's just a lot of kind of energy around the live stuff because obviously people are watching in real time and can comment and participate, but yeah, I don't know, the recorded videos I think give me a little more opportunity to, I don't know, focus on the cards, and also I'll shoot those with my phone, which is like better quality. Tim Bartlett says more live breaks. Yeah, well, definitely. This weekend I should have a decent amount of time to kind of plot some things, so hopefully I will get the next one or two up. Let's see, somebody had asked, the price range of football breaks if I do them. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking 50 to 100, kind of. I don't know, but closer to 50. I gotta see what these cards that I want to go into it are selling for. One live for every 2 videos is good. Okay, all right, that's a nice. Ooh, look at that right off the bat, kids. Right off the bat. All right, what do we got? What's the condition? You know what? You know what? This looks pretty freaking nice. It's like the one card. Like every pack of these has like one card that's not beat to hell, and that's the Luka in this one. So fantastic. And also, for whatever reason, I seem to get multiple cards of a player. If I get one card of that player, I'm going to get more in these Chronicles. Seems to be the trend, so maybe we'll get more Luka. So we got 2 Lukas down, guys. I'm excited. Kevin Herter, or Werter, Hamidou Diallo, Devontae. Ooh, that's a bronze. Hamidou, Devontae Graham, another Devontae Graham, Jacob Evans. All these cards look. So, like, we got a Kevin Werter before, and now we got another one. Can we get all these cards in this pack? Look like really nice to me. It's amazing. Lots of Trier. Is that like the 4th Hamidou Diallo we've got in this pack? I think it is. Amari Spellman. And there's the 2nd Luka. Now let's see what the yep, top left corner is not so hot, but it's not that bad. It's just a little bit. It's almost like it's the edge that's the problem. I can see that, but yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so we got 2 Lukas out of that pack, and we got 3 Lukas on the night. I'm feeling good, guys. I'm feeling good. Was it the first pack? That was the first pack we opened. Man, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Very nice. Excited. Somebody's saying Devontae Graham is worth sleeving up. Yeah, I will sleeve. I'm going to sleeve all the rookies. I always sleeve rookies. I just am not going to do it. If I get bored and we need something to do on screen, I'll just do it later. But I didn't want to do it now just because I didn't want to take the time. So yeah, definitely. Alright, Anand, let's check it out. Thanks for joining, brother. We will see you on the next one. Mostly I was excited about the condition of everything in that pack. Kevin Durant. Oh, what the hell? We got a numbered card. Nice. This is a red parallel. Rodions. Curix. There's a Kevin Knox Studio. I really want to get one of these of Luka. I had one, and it was a little off-center, but I dropped it, so I had to throw it away. I maybe should have just given it away on the channel. I'll try to remember that next time, but I like to, if I drop a card, I like to just, like, bend it in half, because I don't want to forget that it's damaged, and then, like, I don't know, put it in my collection. There's a nice Shea. Really good rookie. Wendell Carter Jr. Josh Okogie. Colin Sexton. Miles Bridges. Just so many rookies in this product. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Alright. So, some decent stuff in there, but none of the big boys. Wow, another Shea right off the bat there. Victor Oladipo. KAT. Buddy Hield. Oh, wow, that's a nice Jaren. Elite. Look sharp, guys. Look sharp. Might be a winner. Might be a winner. That's cool. There's our copper, or our bronze. Hamidou. Hamidou, man, he's after us tonight. He's after us. Lonnie Walker. Oh, very nice Shea. That's a Phoenix. Looks pretty clean. Yeah. The surface on these kind of shiny, chromy cards is really hard to nail. But that one looks real nice. Corners and everything. Kevin Werter is also stocking us tonight. It's the first Mo Bamba we've gotten. Cal Bridges. Bridges, Luminance, Oliver, very nice. Michael Porter Jr., Panini. I feel like these Paninis are kind of rare. I don't see a lot of them coming out of these packs. Anashe, Score, Base. Nice and tight. Good stuff. Yeah, pretty well centered. Put a sleeve on that boy. Yeah, we're getting some, nice rookies out of here, as you would expect from Chronicles. Alright, checking out some comments real quick here. Reaper Card says, give away the damaged cards. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Do I collect Pokemon? I don't. I've opened some Pokemon on this channel. I kind of wonder if any of that is worth anything, but I don't think it is. Tim Bartlett wants a Luka Luminance. I feel like I don't know, I feel like maybe I have one in for grading. Because I feel like I've seen that card, like, in my hands. Gray says he has a Luka lead like that, Jaron. That would be cool. That's a pretty sharp looking card, I think. And a pink Trae Young Studio. And a Luka Phoenix. Very cool, very cool. Landry. DeAndre. Kevin Knox. Troy Brown Jr. The 15th Kevin Werder we've got. The 200th Hamadou we've got. I swear to God, they must put, like, way more Hamadou cards in this product than, like, almost everybody else, but certainly more than Luka. Alright, last 3 packs I think we're going to do here. Tim Bartlett, what kind of hangers are you looking for? Or if you're talking about these Chronicles, no, I don't have any of these Chronicles. We got an Obsidian preview. I don't have any of these for sale. I just bought some of these recently for opening, so I did not have any plans to sell them. Jalen Brunson, bronze, Amari, and there's our very nice looking Obsidian. Surface looks clean, corners look clean, everything looks really good, really well centered. I bet that's a 10. Somebody look that up. What's a Wendell Carter 10 going for? I'll have to put that in a sleeve. As you can see, they're fairly rare, at least in this product, because this is the first one I've gotten, the first Obsidian preview I've gotten. In, like, I don't know, 10, 12 packs of these I've opened. So, it's nice to finally get one. It's not so nice that it's Wendell Carter Jr., but yeah, Tim, okay, you said Chronicles, so I think you heard my answer. Ooh, look at this. Very nice. Trae Young. I don't know, corners look maybe a little bit iffy, but hard to tell. Surface is good. Edges are nice. Centering decent. That one definitely goes in a sleeve right away, though. Very nice card. Luminance are definitely some of the better non-glossy cards in this product. In Chronicles in general. Dante. Hamadou. Of course, we had to get a Hamadou. Alright, let's get one more Luka at least, guys. You can kind of tell they made the Lukas like a little bit SP. Because, I mean, we must have like 100 of every other rookie. Al Horford, Chris Middleton, Paul Millsap, Gary Clark, and, oh, nice. Bad corner. This pack kind of sucks. All the bottom left corners are jacked. I can see. unfortunately, but a nice Trae Young that I don't have yet. There's Kevin Love, bronze. Kevin Werter. Okay, I think the corners are now okay. Colin Sexton, Miles Bridges, Aaron Holiday, Mitchell Robinson, Mo Bamba, Jalen Brunson, Colin Sexton, Mo Bamba, and Jaren Jackson. Junior score. And I've checked up top left corner. Alright, our last chance, and I'm going to do something weird. Do you think Chronicles basketball cards from 2020 will go up like these have? I think they will if, if the rookie class produces like a megastar, and I think John Morant could be that megastar. I think he's the most likely to be that megastar. I think, Zion certainly could. I think the odds are much less for him. I think if they both go bonkers, then I think, yes, absolutely, Chronicles is going up. And the thing is, there's quite a few rookies in 2019 that, they might not be like Luka good, but they're definitely plenty good. And that will certainly cause Chronicles go. So yeah, I've said this before. I said this on the last stream. Because somebody was asking like what products to buy and hold. And yeah, I think 2019 Chronicles, you can get blaster boxes for about $50. Blaster boxes of this stuff are like, let's see, what do those go for? I think they're like $300, $400. So yeah, I think it's actually a pretty smart investment. I mean, there's a fair bit more of the 2000 Wendell Carter Jr. We're getting all the sweet cards of Wendell. This is a bronze. So yeah, there's a bit more, I think, Chronicles printed in 2019 than in 2018. But I think that has some definite upside. So I would encourage everybody to consider that. I mean, it's possible everybody in 2019 class just sucks, but it's unlikely. So I'm sitting on a mountain of 2019 stuff, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how few Lukas there are in this stuff. Alright, there you go. So the weird thing I want to do. Okay, so I was, when I was ordering like this stuff, and quite a few other things actually that I'll open on future videos, I was just kind of looking around and seeing what would be interesting to open from Dave and Adams. And they have these packs, repacks, I don't know what the hell you call these products generally, but yeah, basically this is, so what's in here is a graded currency note, a bill. Could be a 5, could be a 1, could be a 10, could be a 20, could be 100. They made 50 of these. I think I paid like, I don't know, I think it was like $80 or $90 for this. I don't know, you could go look it up. I'm sure they still have these for sale. And I thought, you know what, who doesn't like money, right? So I bought some money. Yeah, I don't know, I've just wanted to kind of whip this out on a video. And it's a Friday night, and we're all just chilling. We got the weekend ahead of us. We got no stress. And, we're just waiting to see what Rudy Giuliani does next. And why not open some money? So I think there's like some big hits you can get in here that are valuable, graded bills. So these are graded. I'm not sure by whom. I don't know who grades currency. I would guess it's like some company owned by the company that owns PSA, which is Collectors Universe, because they own like PCCG, I think it's called, for coins. Tim Bartlett says, when does the politics start? That's a good question. I don't know if I would want to do politics on this stream or like start a new one. You guys tell me. Just because, like, people who are, well, whatever. I mean, I guess we have the Luka stuff done. People, who are Luka fans and don't care about politics, can just stop watching the video, I guess. Oh, cool, it's a 20, so I think that's probably going to be more valuable than a lot of things you can get. Okay, I like this a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the first damn thing about graded currency, but I like this. I think I might start collecting graded currency, you guys. So this is a World War II emergency issue. Hawaii Federal Reserve note. I mean, come on, this thing looks freaking cool. I wish you guys could see it in person, because it's just freaking amazing. It says Hawaii on it. So I presume it's from, the 40s. Oh, 34. Wow. This is neat. I mean, it's a piece of history. I don't know what the story was behind why they issued currency that says Hawaii. But, wow, this is neat. PMG, paper money guarantee. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, it's worth $20, right? As is graded up to 100. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's 25 out of 100. And this is like, you can see tons of creases on here. It's a heavily circulated bill, so you can see why it's got a low grade. But you can see everything very clearly. It presents very nice. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. I'll bring you on over. We're gonna hit up a little eBay action. So, let's see. All that Tim Pilot says, a Hawaii overprint note is one of a series of banknotes issued during World War II's emergency issue after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Yemen. I assumed it was related to Pearl Harbor. I don't know why, getting bombed would require them to put the word Hawaii on notes and distribute them, but I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know anything about it. So we're gonna go 1934, a Hawaii. I don't know. I'm gonna do 20, and then do PMG. Let's see what we get. All right. So I think this is the one, but this is a 35. Oh, there's my 25 right there. What is that? FR? Yeah, FR 2305 is on the one that I have. So what you want? This is a good little lesson in how to look up prices on. So this is all stuff that's for sale, right? Well, it could be that everybody is just having hallucinations, and they think their stuff's worth way more, and they're going to list it for some price, and no one's ever going to buy it. So now we look at sold, and that's really going to tell you what people are actually willing to pay. And then I'm looking for a 25, but I don't see any. There's a 30. It sold for 159. Oh, there's a 25. So there you go. So this sold on September 9th, and I doubt the market has changed a whole lot since then. And it's 139 bucks. So that's actually pretty good, I think. I can't remember what I paid for this. Well, let's check it out. There's our random .org page. Now, how the hell can I find this? What do I search for? Great American. Okay, mine was Series 6. Series 6. And they don't have it up, but there's a Series 3 for $63. I bet I paid like 65 bucks. So there you go. I paid like $60, $70 for this thing. Looks like it's about $130 worth of product. So wow, we did really well with that. Congratulations, everybody. Pretty cool. That makes me want to go and buy like a ton of these. Because then I just have like a ton of graded bills. Let's read some comments. Looked at estimated value. Tim Bartlett said US $2, 1,300. I'm not sure if you're saying that's the value of one of these bills that I've got, but like in a better condition. Les Crookton says a 35 graded one sold for 170. Yeah, so it's looking like about $130 is what mine's worth. Card Collector says, I just wanted to join in again to say, I know you got that Trae Young out of hoops. Is there any chance you would be willing to sell that? Because I'm a very big fan of Trae Young. Yeah, you know, I'm always open to offers, so if you want to contact me, let me know. I'm at info@hotcardboard.com. And I have plenty of Trae Youngs. So, okay, well, that will conclude the Luka Doncic and graded currency portion of our stream tonight. Now we're going to open it up to questions, comments, concerns, expressions of feelings. I kind of don't even want to sleeve up those worders, but I have to. It's the rule. It's the law. It's the law of ASMR Sports. I have to sleeve up all NBA rookies due to current market conditions, which will make all of these cards worth like $20 as soon as anybody has like a 20-point game. So what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the election stuff? Do we want to talk about COVID-19? Do we want to talk about Kelly McEnany? So I'm going to take out, let's see, Chandler. So many rookies. So many rookies. Whiz. When will Trump finally admit defeat? You know, it's interesting. I was actually listening to, oh god dang, what's his name? Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang had an interview that came up on my Google feed. And, you know, the guy who was interviewing him asked, you know, what he thinks is kind of behind Trump's, you know, behavior with contesting the election and everything. Or actually, it was more about like why, you know, more Republicans are not just like saying, okay, we gotta go ahead and like transition, you know, power. And the answer he gave, I thought, was very sensible, which is that Republicans, like particularly Senate Republicans, you know, they have something very important happening in January, which is these runoff elections in Georgia for the 2 remaining seats in the Senate. And for those of you who don't know, right now the Republicans have 50 seats even in the upcoming Senate session, and the Democrats have 48. So those 2 remaining seats will either, well, if assuming that, you know, one party wins both those seats, it will either give the Republicans a decent little majority in the Senate, which is extremely valuable politically, or the take that out because it's the New Year, Chinese New Year, or the Democrats will have 50 seats to match the Republicans' 50 seats. But in the Senate, and by the way, I apologize if I'm telling anybody something they already know. I'm sure, Tim, you know this, and I'm sure many other people know this, but in the Senate, if you have a 50-50, you know, vote on something, then the tie is broken by the president of the Senate, which is the vice president. So basically, if you have a 50-50 tie in the Senate, then whoever controls the presidency and therefore the vice presidency gets to decide. So, that would be the Democrats. And notwithstanding that Trump has not admitted defeat yet, but so there's elections that are happening in Georgia. Oh yeah, Tim, you're in Georgia. I want to talk to Tim here a little bit about that. But anyway, so the whole reason why the Senate Democrats Senate Republicans and just Republicans in general are not willing to say anything that's negative about the president's activities lately is because they need his supporters in Georgia to vote in that election. Otherwise, they're screwed. And they, these are Republicans who are going to be, in office next year. And so they don't, right now Trump can tell his supporters, hey, don't bother coming out for the election in Georgia, or just, kind of not really do anything to motivate them to come out in Georgia. So that, Republicans, who are in Senate now and or just in politics in general, anywhere, need to kind of ride the Trump train until that election is over, and then they're gonna not really have anything to lose by saying, you know what, Trump, you gotta go. But yeah, January's a long ways away. And if they have to sort of kowtow to him until then, I'm sure it's going to be painful for them, and it's kind of painful for everybody, because the writing is most certainly on the wall with the election results. And the longer the writing is ignored, the sort of worse it is for really everybody, because I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to get all of the basically numbered cards almost in my sleeve pile, because they're numbered. How could I skip them? I'm not gonna do the number base though. Alright, so that's my thoughts on when Trump is gonna, because I think Trump is only gonna concede when there's political pressure from his own party to do so. And so that's why the question of why Republicans have not really said much, other than a very small handful, about his contesting the election, under circumstances that are frankly hard to understand. Alright, that's question one. J Mart says, looks like Michigan is going to certify like Georgia did. Yeah, that does seem, I think they already have certified. But I might be thinking of Georgia. I just know I was reading a lot about one of the states certifying today. Well, Michigan was the one where they had the holdouts in that one county, and then they changed their mind 3 times or whatever, and yeah, it's wacky. Card collector 27. Yeah, hit me up, buddy. I'll hook you up on some Trae Youngs if you're looking for stuff. If you're really just a collector and you want cards, I might have some stuff that's not so great condition-wise, and I'll let that go for a song. For a avid fan of the show, of course. Yang 2024. Yeah, you know what? The more I see Andrew Yang, the more I really like that guy. I thought he was kind of a novelty during the primaries. Obviously he's my type of guy. He's super smart. He's just nerdy. He's thoughtful. He's, it's hard to think there's any kind of ill intent about anybody from a guy like that. But you're like, wow, this guy kind of came out of nowhere. He wasn't really involved in politics before this, and he's running for president. It's okay, this is just for show. But if he's back in 2024, then I don't know. I think he would be I think it would be like just a fantastic president. Andrew Yang interview with Tom Segura. You know, I don't know who he was. I don't know who he was. It was a young guy. I don't know what to tell you about him. Yeah, I don't have it up anymore, so I can't see. But I hadn't finished it. I had it up, and then I just closed a bunch of windows because, like, when I stream, I gotta close down all my apps, otherwise my computer starts going bonkers. Jon Stewart 2024. I mean, I love Jon Stewart, but he's probably a little polarizing, and you know, I'm sure like he's done all sorts of things that will allow the Republicans to convince 99% of their supporters that he's I don't know, Stalin or something. Just a quick question: is any hockey coming? Says James Lee. Yes, hockey's coming. I've got 2 boxes, and I also saw that 2021 Upper Deck Series 1 just came out, so I kind of want to grab some of that and open up a box. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, my man. Check Edward Norton's Twitter. Do you mean the actor? Is that who that is? Alright, I'm gonna check that out. Okay, so Tim Bartlett says he lives in Georgia, and they're going crazy with the upcoming Senate runoff. I have 2 to 3 people a day coming by and dropping off flyers. Yeah, it's very interesting. I kind of want, you don't really hear about it. I mean, I get lots of emails of, like people or of whatever organizations doing fundraising for that race. But I feel like I never really, I mean, I guess I saw a few days ago that, like, the Republicans were running, like, really negative ads about the guy who's, he's like a preacher or something. Preacher, I don't know what that means, Mr. whatever you call him, man of the cloth. But other than that, I haven't really seen much coverage, and I feel like, God, this like election, for anybody who gives a crap about Trump or the Republicans or the Democrats or anything political at all, like these elections should be like absolute top of mind for everybody, and like it should be like wall-to-wall coverage. But I haven't seen much. I don't get the sense there's much focus. So it's good to know they have, at least in the state, they're kind of making every effort. I think that's very important. Jeff, what is up, my friend? Good to have you. We're doing some politics talk because we ran out of Luka Doncic content, and I had some currency that I opened too, so that's where we're at. Come and hang out, ask some questions about whatever the hell you want. Politics, great. Sports cards, great. Sports, great. Currency, great. Coins, I'll talk about anything. I'll talk about stamps. Let's do it. Okay, get back to it. Zephyr ES Gaming says, do you think the Electoral College should be abolished? Do some pre-recorded with Gumtree. He's always got that one, Gumtree. I love it. Yeah, and by the way, Zephyr, I think you're kind of a newer watcher of the channel, but generally, like 95% of my videos are pre-recorded and involve gum chewing. So I hope you're checking out my older library. Oh, you know what? I have an announcement to make, you guys. So I read the other day that YouTube is going to be putting like ads in all content. So if you haven't put ads in your own content, they're going to put ads, and you're just not going to get any money. They're going to get the money. So I guess basically whenever they do that, like I'm going to have to. Well, I don't have to, but if I don't want them to steal like advertising money from my content, I have to turn on ads on my channel so that your actual the ads you watch are actually benefiting me and not them. And even though I don't think it's gonna be that much benefit really, but anyway, so I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I was just seeing something about that like today. So unfortunately, ads are gonna be all over YouTube. I think they just want people to buy their premium accounts so you don't see ads. And I've had a premium account since the Karate Kid series came out on YouTube. Cobra Kai, because I was like, man, you guys don't know this about me, but like my favorite movie of all time is Karate Kid. I've watched it about 6,000 times. So I had to get that Cobra Kai content, and then I just sort of got used to watching YouTube without the videos, and it's pretty much like the only way to go. But anyways, That's my announcement. Okay, do I think the electoral college should be abolished? Generally, yeah. I'm pretty in favor of that. I think it's just, I mean, it's starting at the, the government is starting to just be really skewed towards states that are very, low population. Because like the Senate, there's so much that's very important and that's controlled by the Senate, and like, North Dakota gets the same amount of votes as California, which is just insanity. So yeah, I'm in favor of that. I'm in favor of, a few different things like abolishing the electoral college, doing something about the Senate. I mean, I guess the answer for if you're a Democrat is to give, Senate seats to, or is to make Puerto Rico a state, and Washington D.C. especially should be a state. So there's like, seats that would probably largely skew Democratic, but I don't know if that's a long-term solution to the problem of the Senate. And the Senate is, it's constitutional, its structure. So I don't know that you're gonna really get anywhere trying to change how that works. I live in Cali, says White Rice Productions. 90% of the people here don't care about listening to anybody with non-democratic views. It's interesting. I mean, I've been to California a bit. I know a fair number of Californians, and my read on California is that like the Democrats and the progressive kind of skew towards like the larger cities, but like the rest. I mean, California's a gigantic state, so there's a whole bunch of kind of real estate left where people live in that state, and that a lot of those folks, like Orange County, I've heard, but Orange County is still very populated, but like kind of I don't know what you would call the non-city areas of California, but I've heard those tend to skew more conservative. So maybe it's where you are in California that will determine how much people want to hear from you if your non-democratic thoughts are what you want to talk about. Tim Bartlett says the runoff is on January 5th, and he moves to Florida on the 4th of January. Oh wow. So be careful. You don't want to advance vote and then commit vote fraud, I guess. G. Kepler 3 says Trey Hunt. Okay, yeah, we got some trays. We did. Okay, actually, pretty good number of trays, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look, actually. These were the sleeved cards we got out of the Luka Mania. Trey, Luka, Shea, Jaren, Wendell, Trey, and I didn't even sleeve up. Wait a minute. Trey. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for the trays. Yeah. Okay, back to the comments. Let's see here. Ryan Piers says 33% of Californians voted Republican. Bummer to hear 23%. Don't listen to people who share their views, alright? James Lee says, hey, any hockey content? Wait a minute, didn't you ask that? Did I oh yeah, you did ask that. I must have just not answered quickly and you asked it again, but I did answer that. James Lee says he had a perfect prediction besides a vote in Nebraska and Maine. Interesting. Well, good for you. I hope you got some office pool money out of that, because that's a pretty tough prediction to make. Dan Kenny says Yang took up residence in Georgia to bolster Dem Senate campaign. Wow, when did he do that? I mean, he would have presumably had to do that a while ago, right? Man, guy's dedicated. Tim Bartlett says in other news, Fauci announced that Santa's immune from COVID-19. I did see that. That's good to know. Tim Bartlett says you gotta get paid for all the work you do. The ads are not that annoying considering we get content free. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. The thing about the ads is I haven't turned them on yet because they're as far as I can tell, it's probably going to make me like, I don't know, like $1 or $2 per video that I post. So it's like I didn't want to bother people if it's not really going to, add up to much. But like if they're going to basically force their own ads on people, then I'd rather have my ads showing than theirs. So that's kind of the thinking. Although I am going to do a lot of content on mesothelioma, and the class action lawsuits that you can join if you're a sufferer of mesothelioma, because I've heard that they pay like $100 per click in like Google Ads. So get ready for that, guys. White Rice Production says, I don't like either of the dominant political powers, but I like some of both sides' views, as I don't really care about the politics of it, for lack of better words. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm gonna get a drink here real quick, though. And I gotta get a new piece of gum. Jesus, that thing was like turning into frickin' a nightmare. So, my view is that politics is like, I don't know, I mean, politics is different than governing. Governing is, how you run the country, how you make decisions about things that the government is responsible for. Politics is like, just like silly game playing. Because people want to, be the ones making those decisions, and I just think mixing the two is like so freaking toxic, and we're seeing the effects of it, and I just freaking hate it. I wish they'd just like, I don't know, hire somebody to run the government and it'd be non-political. But probably not possible. Okay, White Rice Production says, much as the individual standpoints themselves, and I think it's kind of BS that people think you have to stand for an entire political spectrum because you like one thing. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. Like, it's like people think you have to sort of buy in to everything that the Democrats say or everything the Republicans say. Although I will say there are a spectrum of views on both the Republican and the Democratic side. So I don't think people really think that you have to, believe everything that one particular politician or one particular group of politicians says. But yeah, there definitely is, like, there's this tribalism, they call it, where you're kind of just like rooting for your team, or you're like sort of forced to root for your team, and they may think a lot of things that you don't really agree with, and you shouldn't really have to kind of be forced, quote unquote, to go along with that. I agree with that. Dan Kenny says gerrymandering and redistricting has rendered democracy obsolete when it comes to congressional seats and local represent. Yeah, I agree. I think that gerrymandering cases out of like the Supreme Court are pretty much BS. It's like so ridiculous that they can't. I mean, one person, one vote, baby. I mean, if your vote is substantially prejudiced because you're redistricted, then I don't know. Gotta find a different way. It's in my view, and if I were a Supreme Court justice, but I'm not. So. Tim Bartlett says originally from Illinois, and if it wasn't for Chicago, Illinois would be a Republican state every year. Well, I mean, that's a lot of states, right? But, certainly Georgia. I mean, certainly Michigan. I mean, I think all these states, like, if you lost the one or two biggest cities, like, they would be Republican. But, what can you say? People who tend to be Democratic tend to be, like, educated, and those people tend to congregate in large cities. That's obviously very oversimplistic, but Gizmoaden1234 says, was glad to hear my state of Michigan's representatives basically trolled Trump at the White House today. Oh, that's interesting. I have not heard any reports from that meeting. But I did hear them say, very clearly before they went there, like, yeah, I know they're not going to do something like um, support the overturning, the vote at the State House in Michigan. So kind of imagine, not much was going to go on there. Except Trump thinking like he could convince them to do the opposite of what they said. Which, hey, maybe it's possible, I don't know. But, so he was responding to white rice production, so I'll skip that. Dan Kenny says recently he's only staying there until the runoff. He's not applying for state residency. Oh, okay. You're saying he's just kind of there to help, like knock on doors and organize and stuff. Brewers Pilots, what is up, my man? Howie Hawkins 2020. Okay, who's Howie Hawkins? I feel like I've heard that name. It's one of the third-party candidates, yes. Or am I like really stupid and it's like somebody that's on the Atlanta Braves or something? Tim Bartlett says the BL movement is what really changed Georgia this year, and Trump didn't help matters. Yeah, it's funny. The black vote, I think, is really intriguing to me. I saw, the black voters of Alabama gave what's his name? The guy who ran for Jeff Sessions. I think that was Jeff Sessions. Seat in like a, what do they call that? Like a special election. He won basically because like every black voter in the state of Alabama turned out. I'm not talking about Tuberville. I'm talking about the guy Tuberville. The guy that Tuberville replaced. Let's see. Doug Jones is who I'm talking about. Doug Jones. So Doug Jones was in a kind of a special election, and he won a very tight race against I'm forgetting everybody's names, but the guy who was a judge and had like allegations of child sexual abuse in his past. And anyways, the reason that Doug Jones won is because black voters in like some of the cities in Alabama just like turned out like they'd never turned out before, especially it was like black women. So like when black voters are motivated and they turn out, they can really have a huge impact in a lot of places that have historically been like really deep red. And I was listening to an interview once, and I think it was about like South Carolina. Might have been North Carolina, but I thought it was South Carolina. Yeah, because that's where Lindsey Graham is from, and they were interviewing, organizer of Democratic, outreach in that state, and they were saying that the black voters in that state generally, have no real like motivation to vote because, if they're Democratic, and generally they are in that state, because the Republicans are just so favored to win everything. But that year, it seemed like this most recent election, it seemed like the polling at least suggested that they had a shot. And I think that was Jamie Harrison who was running against Lindsey Graham. And so, unfortunately, Jamie Harrison did not win. But I think that you saw kind of a much larger turnout from the black voters in Alabama, and I think that is something that the Democrats are absolute fools if they do not try to kind of maintain, and and that it causes them to listen to black voters and understand what it is that motivates them, what they want from both their senators and from the presidency, and do everything in their power to show up for those black voters, because they are definitely turning these elections in places like Georgia and Alabama and a lot of these southern states where they have not had a whole lot of reason to show up in the past. So yeah, all right. I forget why we started talking about that. But, Dan Kenny says the reason I suggested you check out Norton's Twitter feed is because he seemed to think Trump is stirring up these fraud accusations to distract from his real motive. Avoid prosecution of his ongoing or uncovered legal disputes. He wants to strike a backroom deal with both parties late in the game as he holds American democracy hostage. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I find that difficult to believe. I think the answer is much more that he just wants to. I just think that, like, for him, conceding is not going to get him anything. I mean, it will sort of please the people that he doesn't really care about pleasing. And excuse me. I think that if he doesn't concede, and then he kind of, keeps these lawsuits going as long as he can, it is very valuable to him because he can raise funds. He can, he has, I think, attention paid to him. And, I think there's a lot of value in that, particularly if his campaign has debts that need to be paid off, and or he can keep some of that money that goes into like these legal defense funds or whatever you want to call them. So I don't know. It could be as simple as that, but yeah, working a deal. I mean, maybe that's his plan, but I think that's a bad idea for him because I think Democrats are going to say, oh, you want to just sort of pretend that this election isn't won. I mean, like, you're kind of doing what you can right now, and it's not looking so hot, so, like, what? You don't really have anything to threaten us with. So, I don't know. I'll check it out, though. I appreciate that. White Rice Production says, are kind people who own a mom and pop. I'm not sure what that refers to, but I'm sure he'll clarify. Logan Silk says, did you see that rural Oregon might secede and join Idaho? I did not see that, but I don't know. I think secession is, I mean, that's not secession from the country, so maybe that's a little more easy to pull off. But interesting. I wonder what the impacts of that are. I mean, I guess Idaho would then get more representatives in the House. It would not really change the Senate seats at all, and I think the Senate seats in Oregon are probably pretty consistently Democrat, if I'm not mistaken. And in Idaho, they're probably pretty consistently Republican, so I don't think it would change that power dynamic. Yeah, I don't know, that's interesting. I think the people from rural Oregon should just move to Idaho. Because I'm not sure how you can, like, unilaterally secede if you're just part of a state. Like, you have to get the whole state to agree. And, maybe if the whole state wants to agree to that, then it'll happen. But, I don't know, it seems like just sort of a silly kind of idea. I might start to sleeve up some cards here, guys. Gotta get this Jaylen Brown into plastic for show. Trying to see if there's anything else from these hoops cards that I want to do. Jay Nice, we got some sweet pulls, my man. Tonight we did the Luka Mania theme, and we went looking for some Lukas, and we found some. so I'll show you those in a sec. Now we're just shooting the shiz, talking politics, talking news, talking sports, talking whatever happens. De'Aaron Fox, what do you guys think of De'Aaron Fox? I kind of like him, but the hobby's kind of down on him. I don't know. I think he's like a really interesting personality, and he's obviously got some decent talent. I don't know if he's got like 20 points a game talent, but I don't know. I kind of like him. I kind of wonder if I should be hanging on to all of his stuff that I have. I really only have a few things, but I got one really nice card of him. That's actually a decent little card right there, little subset card. Take out Kristaps. Take out Kuzma. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna. I'll take out Bam. Why not? Alright, so I think I got everything out that I want to sleeve. Oh, wait a minute. I see like kind of a collection of stuff. So, what's going on here? Got some more random stuff. Take out Magic. I don't know why though. I feel like nobody wants any of these like base cards of veterans. Juice, or sorry, J-Nice. Here's what we got from the Luka Mania pulls. Luka Playoff, Luka Chronicles. This is the start of the show. This is Chinese New Year. Is it gonna focus? Probably not. Freaking A. There we go. Chinese New Year parallel of Luka. Thing is sweet. Decent condition. Gonna take a closer look. DeAndre Ayton, probably the second best pull out of here. Number 290. Rookie. Then we got some pretty solid trays, including a base revolution. So that's the deal. Also, opened a graded currency repack product. Got this card or this bill worth $130. That's exciting. Alright, back to the comments. Reaper card says super slept on. If you put him on a decent team with a good teammate or two, his value would be good. Very, yeah. Good point. By the way, so like who did Sacramento get in the draft this year, and like where was their pick? That's my question. I don't know the answer to either of those. J-Nice says Fox is down because he got injured bad last season. It did not see much action for a while, but I think he's got a lot of upside. Yeah, okay, cool. Dan Kenny says, I think the financial angle is another ancillary benefit. We're talking about the Trump plan of contesting the election. Dan Kenny says, I mean the fine print in his donation request explicitly states that half the funds will be directed toward his debt obligations. Right, yeah, that's been covered pretty well. J-Nice says, De'Aaron Fox was out 6 weeks due to his ankle. Okay, that's a lot. Dan Kenny says Fox is a stud and probably fastest player in the league. Okay, very cool. So we got some. Sounds like if he can come back from this injury and sort of put it all together, he's got some definite upside. Dan Kenny, Halliburton. What does that mean? Logan Silk says, "Wow, that bill is awesome. I love WWE World War II air collectibles." Yeah, Logan. I don't know if you were around for when I opened that, but I'm a big fan of this bill. I like money, and I don't know. You know, it's funny. Like see, but I don't know which one I was at. But they had like this collection of coins and like currency. I think it was currency and coins, but it's definitely coins. And I just love that stuff, man. I just love looking at coins. When I was a kid, I used to get like coin magazines. Like I'd find them at garage sales, and God, I just loved looking at those things. So yeah, something about like currency and coin, and like to a lesser extent stamps, really appeals to me. I guess that's just the collector in me, but like currency, I just sort of love because I feel like, I mean, it has like an inherent value. Not in the sense that, in the apocalypse it's worth anything, but in the sense that you could spend this $20, it would be illegal to do that. So it's worth at least $20. So I feel like that means something. Like cards don't have really any inherent worth. Alright. White Warriors Production says being a Bulls Bears Cubs fan is like playing Russian roulette every day for 20 years. Yeah. I mean, you've got some really good stretches for the Bulls and the Bears, at least. Cubs, I mean, in recent memory, they've got world championships, so. Oh, you're talking about draft stuff, though. Yeah. Okay, oh, Tyrese Halliburton is who the Kings drafted. I thought you were talking about Halliburton, the company. I was like, why are we talking about defense contractors? Alright, J9 says, my pops collects coins and baseball cards. That's how I got into collecting. He's only into vintage baseball. Though he owns every top set from 71 to 86. Wow, that's cool. Impressive. I used to collect, vintage was kind of all I collected for quite a few years. And I didn't really collect a lot, but anything that I bought was vintage. And I only got into the modern stuff in 2017 because of Aaron Judge, like, being super hot, and I just happened to pay attention to the hobby at the time, and I was like, oh wow, there's a Yankee who's like super hot. This reminds me of Kevin Moss. I'm totally in. And the rest, as they say, is history. Let's check in on the stats here. We got 27 viewers and 25 thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Try being a Browns, Indians, Cavs fan. Yeah, not so great. So the Browns get like good picks, but then they like turn into Johnny Manziel, don't they? That's not good. Alright, just checking my email. If anybody wants a live break of anything on hotcardboard.com, feel free to check it out. Although, I don't know if Tim Bartlett is still here, but we were having some trouble with him ordering like a few days ago, and I have no idea if that's any better. So, if you go to Hot Cardboard, try to order something, it's not working, please do tell me, because I gotta get that fixed if it's still broken. Take a peek over here at Hot Cardboard. These boxes, I gotta get that price down because these are selling for like $90 now. Yeah, not a lot of interest in those, unfortunately for me. Is anybody interested in these right here? The baseball junk wax variety box, because I've got several of those I'd really like to get rid of because they're kind of bulky. And they're sitting in like a table that I'd like to free up. So if you want one of those and you buy it for like, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks, let me know and I'll lower the price on that. And then you can go pick it up. Sweet. Yeah. Anybody wants any? Yes. And there's the sold out basketball break we just Yankees did. These are the modern, semi-modern basketball variety boxes that we opened 4 of, I think, on the break. Got some nice stuff out of there. So that was fun. What else we got here? You know, these Donruss Fat Packs have been pretty popular. I don't know if I have those like underpriced or if they're just, you know, a nice, fun, relatively decent priced, low priced product. But that's the Prism retail box I was talking about like a couple days ago, or a couple videos ago. I sold for $6.99, and they're going for like $1,000 now. So congrats to whoever picked that one up. You are a smart shopper. There's the hoops box I opened one of. Alright, let's go back to the comments. White Rice Production says, my grandpa's from Chi-Town and is the one who started my miserable life in sports. Yeah. Well, I was a Twins fan for much of my childhood, so that was no fun, but I was a fan when they were in the World Series in '87, and that was like exciting. Although, true story, I actually got busted for shoplifting when I was a kid, and it happened kind of like right before the playoffs in '87, and so I was still kind of like in trouble with my mom. And like I feel like it was like dodgy whether I was even gonna get to watch any of the World Series, because I was a big, Twins fan, big baseball fan, and then being in the World Series was like such a huge deal. But yeah, I remember watching those games and like I had to kind of not be very excited because I was in trouble. Joe Harris signed a 4-year, $75 million deal with the Nets. That man's agent might be the best. Yeah, that is, wow. I haven't heard that, but that's crazy. Oh well. Gizmo Auden, did I hear that Don Jr. tested positive for COVID? I did hear that, yeah. I also heard that, who's his name? Ben, what's his name? The freaking HUD secretary, who was like a brain surgeon. He had COVID-19. It was actually pretty bad from what I can tell. And now I think he's kind of on the mend, so that's good. I was wondering if he was going to be in trouble. This box here, 2018-19 Panini status. I was thinking about opening one of those for this video, this Luka Mania video, but decided not to. Just because it's kind of commitment. It's like 15 packs or 12 packs of 15, I'm not sure. Oh, there's the threads, so I guess those go for about $600 to $700. Dang. Lost some money on that one. That was one of the ones I didn't get any friggin' Lukas out of. Or really anything good at all. What else we got on this show? It's the last page of basketball. Huh. Alright. Back to the comments. And then I'm probably going to sign off here pretty soon. I think like it's 9:51 Central Time right now. Maybe we'll call it a wrap at 10 p.m. So everybody can get off to sleep here. Reaper Card says 2020 update has been a bad release. Retail products like blasters and hangers are still available at every local one. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, that's bad. Although I think people like flippers are starting to realize you can't buy up every product and expect to win that way. But I keep just sort of thinking of last year, 2019 Topps Update Baseball was like total trash when it came out. Like the only thing that was in there was like a Vlad Jr. rookie that nobody cared about because it was like a wacky photo. But then, yeah, then this year, like the rookie debuts of Tatis got hot, and then like a couple of the other rookies in there got pretty hot too. So all of a sudden that stuff was worth a fair bit. So I feel like that could happen. It might take a year, but we shall see. Ben Carson, correct. Dan Kenny, yep. That's who I was thinking of. Jay Nice says, have you ripped any Mosaic football? It's been one of my favorite products. That's interesting, I just feel like, that stuff, like hobby boxes, that stuff are like $650 right now. And at one time they were $800, so they're down a little. But I don't know. I just don't know about that product. I feel like the odds of getting $600 some dollars out of one of those things is almost negative 20 million. But you'll have to tell me. Like with basketball Mosaic, a lot of the veterans, if you get Kobe cards, if you get LeBron cards, a lot of the second year guys, like Luka and Trey and stuff, if you get cards of those guys, they're going to be worth some good money. With football, like, I don't think any of the veterans are worth anything. Pull a Tom Brady base out of there, no one gives a shit about that. Maybe they do because he's in his New Jersey. But I don't know, you tell me. Jay Nice, like, what has your experience been in getting value out of those boxes at $650? Or are you just like sort of, getting retail at MSRP? If so, I think I could see that working out, but I don't know, I don't really have access to that, so, because I'm not out, retail hunting, but if I were to get something, it would be a hobby, and I have a hard time seeing that work out at all. Alright, well, Monstar says Phoenix Football's cool looking product this year. Well, good. I'd mentioned I got a couple boxes of that. I might be putting that together in a football break. So stay tuned. Monstar says he got a number to 10 RPA for Joe Burrow on a box. Well, that's freaking nice. Huh. I didn't know Mosaic had RPAs in it. Oh, maybe you're saying that's Phoenix. Okay. It'll be fun to do that football break because I just haven't opened any 2020 football at all, so it'll be nice to see some. I'll have to study up on kind of who the hot cards are. Okay, Reaper Card says flippers around me are horrible. Seeing a guy walk out with $700 worth of Pokemon. And the new Prism draft picks, dude, probably doubled his money easily. Interesting. So, like, is the Pokemon stuff that you can get in stores now, like, is that valuable or what? Because I don't know what Pokemon stuff is valuable. I know, like, the first ever Pokemon set and, like, all the singles in there are worth a crap ton, and I know, like, any Charizard or whatever you call that, Charizard cards are valuable, and, there's not many sets that have that card in it. I don't know, I know so little. It's just embarrassing. Actually, it's not embarrassing, but it's just makes me, not really want to do anything with that stuff. Alright, stupid Yankees fan. My dad is one of you. I love him, but I hate how annoying the number 27 is by now. As it will basically be more important than me getting my diploma. Yeah, I'm itching for that next championship, my friend, as all Yankees fans are. God, they've gotten so close in the last like 4 or 5 years. Jay Nice, I've just been buying retail. The best I've gotten is a Burrow Refractor that I have at PSA right now. Well, congrats on that. Yeah, I don't have any great way to get retails, so at least at MSRP. So I just don't know that I'll get into any of it unless I do a break. But I don't think I'm gonna do like a $650 box in a break because nobody's gonna want to pay that. Reaper Card says Phoenix has been terrible in every breaker video I've seen. Same cards every other box. Interesting. Logan Silk says it's pretty much just rookie QB and anything Mahomes. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sound like a lot of potential. Jay Nice says Mosaic Blasters are 60 to 75 right now. It's interesting that Mosaic Blasters are 60 to 75, but Chronicles Blasters of basketball for 1920 are like $50 to $60, and I think the value in those is like way more than what's possible in a Mosaic Football Blaster. And I also think Mosaic Football Blasters are only going to go down, although I mean it's totally dependent on how those rookies do. Reaper Card says, I bet a viewer could hook you up with some Mosaic retail at a lower cost than flippers. Yeah, maybe so. I've often wondered, like, if I know, if anybody on who watches the show is, out buying stuff and wants to pick it up to, sell to me for opening or something. If that describes you, let me know. By the way, I see I do have emails in from folks watching the channel, so I'll get back to you when I'm done with this stream, or probably sometime tomorrow, because I'm going to just go straight to bed when I'm done with this. I've been trying to get to bed a lot earlier. I used to stay up to like 2 and 3, oftentimes watching YouTube, like to no good end, and then I'm like, oh man, why did I do that? Alright, White Rice Production says basketball cards are the only cards anyone cares about right now, as every other market is drier than Cali in the summer. Yeah, that's kind of my sense. I mean, basketball, and I think basketball is actually not that hot right now. I think it's going to get way hotter before the season starts. Although, I have to say, how the hell are they going to have like anything close to a regular basketball season in December? I mean, I think that the pandemic is going to be getting worse probably through like at least early December. And that's fucking scary because 2,000 people died yesterday, and like at the height of like the craziness, when it was going bonkers in New York, like I think like 3,000 people were dying a day, and that was just like, oh my god, that's like madness. So I don't know how they're gonna do these sports if we get there, especially if it's like 3,000 people dying a day for like a month. My god, they're gonna have to start like nuking cities to prevent like death, like forest fires. Alright, Reaper Card says any Charizard, Holo, or GX is valuable, but I don't know how much about it. Yeah, me neither, my friend. Alright, Duce says, White Rice, I think that the most invalid point ever today. Ooh, which one was that? Oh, that everything was dead but basketball. Well, I don't think it's totally dead, but I think basketball has been hotter than anything else for a while, except I guess Pokemon, but we don't know anything about that apparently. Reaper Card says he could do that. Local Walmart often, but most times I get stuff for me to rip. Yeah, if you find any, and like, well, I don't know, Reaper Cards, you have to tell me, like, if you would just buy up everything you see, then, that's cool, don't worry about me. But if you ever leave stuff there and you want to pick it up and shoot me a message, I can definitely, definitely take that off your hands if it's not something that you would want to, get for yourself. So yeah, hook me up if you see something that's, if it's something that's like basketball, I'm gonna be interested. If it's something that's like pretty much anything that's hard to find, I'll be interested, and I can open it on the show, or we could do some breaks or whatever. Alright, Monstar89 says they are starting the season early so they can start the next normally. Okay, and have people in stands for that one. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, are they gonna do any kind of? I don't see them doing a bubble, but like the COVID situation in the country is so much worse now than it was when they did the bubble for the playoffs last year. So like, how are they not gonna do a bubble? And if they're gonna do a bubble, are the players really gonna go for that? I don't know. I wonder if like the entire league will get vaccinated, like, basically in a week or something when those vaccines are, officially approved. I feel like they might try to do something like that, because that could theoretically let them play like pretty much however they want. Illusions I bought. What did you get out of Illusions? The best thing I got. I mean, I got a fair number of base rookies, and I can't remember. I think I just opened like one hobby box. Did I do that on the channel? I think I might have. But I got like some kind of acetate card of Giannis. It was numbered to 5, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to have like a whole lot of value. So maybe if he gets hot, that'll pick up in value. J Nice says, in my humble opinion, I actually think Pfizer can pull this off with the vaccine. Do you mean this being the basketball season, or something else, or different? J Nice says, first is supposed to go to elderly and those in urgent, and then by as early as January, February to the public. Yeah, I've heard that the medical like doctors and nurses and stuff are going to be first, and I think that makes a ton of sense because like a huge problem right now is that hospital capacity is so diminished, not because they don't have space or equipment or whatever, but because like a ton of healthcare workers are out sick with COVID. So if they could just get all of the healthcare workers like vaccinated, then they would have like a ton more people to help with those who are sick, and I think that's got to be absolute first, and then second, of course, is going to be vulnerable people, which may or may not include me because I have asthma, and I feel like that's definitely, I feel like asthma and like diabetes, and I don't know, there's a few other conditions, like heart conditions, I think, are really bad, like indicators for negative outcomes. Reaper Card says, I'll get you stuff. I just have to know what stuff you want. Basketball is always a buy for me, and you'd obviously want that, so I can send some of your, yeah, basketball, anything. I mean, here's the thing, Reaper, anything that you think is, I mean, you seem to know what you're doing, so like, anything that's, going for a premium, over the MSRP, like, it's going to be something I want, so if you let that be your guide, then I'm sure I'll buy whatever you pick up. And I don't really want like a mountain of that stuff. I don't really want to get that stuff and sell it on my site because I don't really want to be like that guy. I would just probably want like, I don't know, 2 or 3 boxes I could open up on the channel or throw into a break for folks. So that would be cool. J9 says, I know you're not the biggest fan of Trump at all, but I'm really happy he pushed Pfizer so they were able to try for FDA approval. So interestingly, there was that fast track program that I don't really know exactly what that entailed. But that was intended to help drug developers expedite the process of FDA approval. And Pfizer did not participate in that, but Moderna did, and it seems like they're both kind of getting their approval applications, or their final approval applications, like submitted at the same time. So it's kind of interesting. But I don't have any real complaints about what Trump has done on the issue of accelerating vaccine development. I think for the most part he's basically just done what his experts have told him, and I think if he did that on some of the other things related to the pandemic, then I would be a strong supporter of those actions too. So that's what I'd have to say about Trump, and but I kind of feel like right now, I don't know, he's not doing a whole lot. I mean, he's just kind of laying low on everything, but it'd be nice to figure out, what holes like states are having. I think I saw, what did I see? I think it's like in my state of North Dakota that like the National Guard is sending a whole bunch of nurses to our hospitals to replace a lot of the sick personnel. So that's good, but I don't know if that has anything to do with the federal government, since the National Guard is, run by the state that they're in. let's see. How did I become a Yanks and a Bills fan? Well, it's funny. I've told this story a few times, but like basically when I was 5th grade, I moved to a new school. I didn't know anything about baseball, but everybody at my new school was a baseball nut. And they were just like, "Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite team?" I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, "Okay, dude, you gotta get a favorite player." And like, I figured out who the other people's favorite players were, so I knew it couldn't be one of those guys. So like the guys that were taken were Wade Boggs, Ricky Henderson, I think like George Brett, and this was gosh, when was this? I guess this was like '86. I know I'm old, but what are you gonna do? I was pretty young then, but um, at that time, Don Mattingly was like the hottest freaking thing on earth. Coming off that '85 season, 145 RBIs, get right out of town. So yeah, I think somebody probably suggested Don Mattingly. I was like, oh, that sounds like a nice person. I like him, and I did. And then I loved the Yankees because my best friend was the Ricky Anderson guy, and he was with the Yankees at that time. So the rest was history. And then like the Bills, I just liked because I started liking all the New York teams. So I started liking the Knicks and Patrick Ewing and the Bills. Yeah, although I could have picked other New York sports teams. But for a reason, I like the Bills. I don't know. The Bills were obviously very good, like back in the late '80s, and so that was exciting. But I don't know. I like Jim Kelly for whatever reason. Jay Nice says December 9th is the day when the FDA decides whether it can be released to the public or not. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, I keep hearing that like it could be approved in quote unquote days, which doesn't tell you much because it could be 365 days. And I think I saw that they like submitted their application, and I thought I read that it takes like about 3 days for them to consider that emergency like use application. So I kind of had in mind that like they could theoretically be authorized to provide the vaccine like within a week or something of today. How many doses of vaccine they could manufacture in a short time is the bigger question. But I thought it was gonna be very quick, and you're saying December 9th, which is not that quick. I mean, I guess it's pretty quick, but I was thinking it was like pretty imminent. Maybe I was just hoping. Reaper Cards says, okay, sounds good. Have you ever thought about making a Discord for you and your viewers? I haven't. I mean, I've seen Discord before. Actually, the only time I've used Discord is there's this site called Sports Card Investor, and they have like an online tool for like looking at sports card values. And I don't know exactly why, but I subscribed to that like a long time ago. I just haven't canceled yet. And they have a Facebook group that's semi-decent, and I know they have a Discord group, and I know Discord is popular for like a lot of people who are doing sports card stuff. But yeah, I don't really know much about like hosting my own Discord group, or kind of what the advantages and stuff are. But I will think about it. What I have been actually thinking about is I have the sportscardshow.com website, like domain name, and I have like a empty WordPress website there, and I've been thinking about getting that going and just having like discussion forums set up there so everybody on this channel can hang out there, and you can reserve your username you have on YouTube, and we can do like longer lasting chats, I guess, forum chats there, instead of on just these like comment sections on YouTube. So that's something I'm thinking about. Hey, Diamond Eye, what's up, my man? Good to have you. Good to have you. I'm just wrapping up, but you snuck in, and hopefully you can watch this video when it gets posted. White Rice Production, you are you're pretty close there, my man. You're pretty close. might be your stepdad's age. Okay, okay. Does your stepdad collect? I think were you one of the ones that was saying he collects cards and coins? Like somebody else said that, and you said like your dad too. HGSCA says if you need website help, especially foreign WordPress types, I can help. Okay, cool. Yeah, you should shoot me an email. I mean, I'm definitely interested. And I've had some tech help with some of like my stuff, but I'd be curious to know kind of what your interest level is, and like if you do it for work, or if it's just sort of something you've dabbled in a few times. Because I'm pretty proficient. Like I know, I used to do a little bit of PHP, and like I used to kind of get into the code itself. But it's kind of like I know enough to really wreck shit, and I need someone who's like super expert. So, but I don't want to harass people who are doing it like as their day job or whatever, and I'm just gonna be annoying them. But yeah, shoot me a message. info@hotcardboard.com. Steve Myers says I root for the Bills every time they face the Cowboys, but sadly lost. Yeah, it was a sad time there for a number of years. Reaper Card says it'd basically be like a big group chat with all of us able to send messages back and forth about cards or whatever. I'm also in the groups that give info when new releases are coming or like early drop. Okay, cool. Alright, HGSCA will email me. Thank you, appreciate that. Alright, cool. Well, I'm gonna log off for the night, guys. Thanks so much for everybody for tuning in. Apologies for those who didn't want to get into any of our kind of open chat stuff, but we did get to the Luka Mania that will be posted. It was fun. Looking forward to Luka Mania 3 sometime after the season starts. I think I'd like to do that. Alright, cool. Well, we'll see you all soon. Really appreciate the comments and everything, and everybody hanging out for Friday evening here. So have a great weekend, everybody. We'll catch y'all later. Happy collecting.